how's everyone doing? Today we're reviewing the horror film Torment, starring Katharine Isabelle. And if you've seen Torment, definitely let me know what you think of it as well. And Torment is about newlywed couple Corey and Sarah, and Corey's young son Liam going on a vacation to their country home. And they're hoping that this vacation will get little Liam more adjusted to Sarah. Little Liam doesn't really like Sarah. He misses his mother who recently passed away, and he's kind of upset at Corey, his father, that he remarried and married Sarah, so there's a lot of tension there. And Sarah's trying to do her best to be nice to little Liam, but little Liam's just really kind of mean to her the whole time, saying, you know, I don't love you, and all that kind of basic kid angst that a little kid would be dealing with that kind of emotional drama of losing the mother and then, you know, having a new mother figure in the picture. And he's just not adjusting well, so they're hoping that this will help everything and make them become a cohesive family. While they are in the country, it's not completely isolated. There are other houses around in the area, and when they get to the house, they find out somebody else has been staying there. There's dirty dishes in the sink. There's uneaten food and dishes up in the bedroom that are all completely gross and rotting now, and there's a hole in the basement door. So they contact the sheriff. The sheriff checks everything out, says they're gone now, it's probably just some kids, they're probably not going to come back now that they see that you're there. So they think everything is fine and they just go about their normal routine. But then they soon find out that's not the case when little Liam goes missing later that night, and the family is terrorized by a group of killers who are wearing stuffed animal masks. And I have to say, that is really creepy and unnerving. And some of the movements there are kind of reminiscent of Michael Myers, the way that they walk and they kind of tilt their heads sometimes. Very effective and unsettling. Overall, this is a pretty basic home invasion movie, but the things that stand out about it are Katharine Isabelle, who is great here, and she's been great in the past. I can't wait to see what she does in the future. I think she's on her way to becoming a new Scream Queen. And also the killers here really stand out, especially their look with the stuffed animal heads like I mentioned before. They're really creepy. I will say though, sometimes less is more. They try to do a lot of explaining as to why they're doing what they're doing with terrorizing people. And the one killer with the stuffed animal mask is talking, and that really kind of takes away from it, the tension that it was building up. You don't always need to have the killer talk. I think it's sometimes better when they don't, and I think this is an example of that, where it should have been left alone. And you know, you don't have to over-explain everything. You don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes a little mystery is good for it. And when the main killer here is talking, you know, he's taking the lead and he's explaining certain things, having Corey tell Liam that he doesn't love him and all this kind of stuff. It's just too much, and the voice doesn't work either. It kind of sounds like Bane from Batman, and it kind of takes away from his, you know, imposing look. And this group of killers, they act like a family as well, and there's a little twist at the end. But if you kind of pay attention to certain scenes, you can kind of see it coming. You know, I was thinking about that the whole time, but I do like the way that it played out. Torment reminds me a bit of movies like The Strangers, Them, Funny Games, and You're Next with the home invasion style going on here. I really love the intro for Torment. Beautifully shot, great score, eerie, dark atmosphere that really works. Stephen McHattie is one of my all-time favorite actors, so it was great to see him here in this movie, but I do think he was underutilized. I can't say enough how awesome the creepy stuffed animal heads work for this. It really gives you a creepy vibe. It just, you see them and they don't even have to do much. You just look at them and they're like, oh, that's creepy. And I also like the repetitive noise from the robot toy too. I thought that was a really cool scene. And again, it's kind of a throwback to old school slashers with the slow, deliberate, plodding walk of the killers as they stalk their victims. It was a very taut and suspenseful movie right up until the midway point, and then from there it kind of goes into the more action aspect of it where they're trying to fight to survive. Some great horror scenes in this one with some creepy visceral imagery. It starts out really strong and engaging, but falls into too many horror cliches. Poor decision making, ridiculous situations, and it really loses the momentum that it had built. Torment is a movie of two halves. The first half is very thrilling and engaging. The second half, it just seems to be going through the motions and it loses that emotional impact. I don't like to criticize young child actors, but I didn't care for the performance of little Liam here. I think the film could have benefited from a better child actor. I really liked the psychological manipulation aspect. We've seen it before, but I don't think it was fully utilized here. There's a lot of good ideas here in Torment, but I don't think they were fully developed. I like the ending to Torment. It definitely helped a lot, but overall it wasn't a balanced film. And I do appreciate the progression of the relationship of the characters involved in the film. That really works here, and that is something that also makes it stand out a little bit from the basic home invasion movies. Again, I think this movie just misses the mark. It could have been something really special, but they just played it too safe and it had too many cliches. And when I first saw the movie poster artwork for it, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be just tons of blood and gore and guts. And while there is a lot of blood, there's not a lot of gore here. I think the film could have benefited from more gore effects. The kills are overall weak, and I don't always think you need gore, but when you lose that suspense, you need to make up for it in some way. The score was incredibly effective here, and it heightened the tensions to dramatic levels. The score was essentially the lifeline of the movie here. I wanted more from Torment. I wanted more risks and less cliches. Torment is definitely better than your average home invasion movie, but it just misses the mark of something that could be potentially memorable. Overall, I give Torment a 7 out of 10 stars, and if you've seen Torment, definitely let me know what you think of it as well. Leave me a comment or a video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.